Hey, everybody, and welcome to Chef AJ Live. I'm your host, Chef AJ, and this is where I introduce you to amazing people like you who are doing great things in the world that I think you should know about. You want to know why I'm wearing a bling hat? Because I am celebrating my 46th vegan anniversary today. Yes, 46 years ago on September 1st, 1977, when I was a freshman at the University of Pennsylvania, I went vegan. I have been vegan longer than today's guest has been alive. And today she is back because, after all, it is the second Friday of the month, I believe, Plant Fueled with Dr. Niki Davis. And she's going to share with us a few of her favorite vegan things. Please welcome her to the show. Hello, Dr. Davis. We're going to see each other in a week. Yay.
I know, we get to see each other in person again. I think the first time we met, I don't remember exactly what year it was, but it might have been 2018 or 2019, something like that. And we didn't even know each other at that time.
Nice. We are live, right, Charles? Good. I don't know why. I'm not seeing anybody in the chat. That's so, oh, there they are. They're just a little bit late. Yes, we met in, it had to be in Washington.
It was, yeah. We met at Veg Fest in Washington. We were both speaking, and I was already a big fan of yours. You had no idea who I was at that time, but I came up to you and introduced myself, and here we are. Now we get to see each other after knowing each other for several years now.
Well, I hope I was nice, because sometimes when I'm speaking, I get real focused, and then like people say, "Oh, you were so rude," and I'm like, "I was rude," because they'll come up to me like 1 minute before I'm supposed to speak, and I can't sign their book right then, and it's like so I get nervous when I meet people sometimes.
Oh no, you were very, very nice.
Well, I think you had a handsome husband with you, right? That always helps.
A handsome husband and a very handsome little boy.
And an adorable son. I remember you. That was a lot of fun. All right. Well, your favorite things. It reminds me of the songs. These are a few of my favorite. Oh, I better not sing because I'll get a copyright strike,
Right. You have to be careful. Yeah. So I wanted to talk about, you just said you've been vegan for 46 years. That's a really long time. And you've probably learned things that you enjoy and products and items that you've come across that are vegan, because I think, well, tell me if I'm wrong, but did you start out by becoming vegan because of ethical reasons?
Absolutely. I think people that do it for ethical reasons are probably a lot more likely to stay vegan.
Yeah. So that's the same as me. That's how I started out. And then, of course, found that, wow, it turns out if you eat a healthy vegan diet, that it is great for your health. So, but initially it started out by being more ethical. So over the years, I've found things that are vegan that I really enjoy. So I thought I might share those today. And these are really just things that I've come across and that I buy. I'm not using any sort of affiliate codes today or anything like that. Like, this is literally just kind of showing you things around my house that I really like. And I'll say my very first favorite vegan thing is my son, because he's been vegan since birth. So
I hope so.
Yeah.
I mean, I hope he's your favorite vegan thing.
Yep, he is. So okay, well then let's start out, and please feel free to chime in, AJ, if you use some of these similar things, or you have things that you like that are vegan that are something similar. Please feel free to let me know. But let's see, why don't we start out with, a couple of things that I found on Etsy. So do you like Etsy? Do you ever buy things
like
on
it.
Etsy?
I don't shop there often. Usually I shop there when I'm looking for something, and that's the only place it's available.
Yeah. So it's really nice. It's an online shop where it's mostly handmade things from, people who are just making like small businesses. And a couple of things that I found on there. So this is one thing. So this is a vegan leather wallet. So it's got little bees on it. So, and this one, let's see, the shop is MonarquebyFigDesign. Monarch, like a monarch butterfly, MonarquebyFigDesign. But super cute. It's got like a little zipper, and then it opens up so you can put cards and things in there. But that's one of the things that I really like. I don't really carry a purse or a bag with me, so I just carry this, and it's something that I really enjoy.
But where are you carrying it? Like, are you holding it on your wrist?
I just hold it. No, I just hold it, or I put it in my pocket because it's pretty small. Yep. And then the other thing that I found on Etsy was, these really cute earrings that are, so they make a lot of little, so, okay, sorry, back up. So these earrings are ceramic, I believe. They are handmade, where she actually uses her fingers. You can see like the little impressions of her fingerprints in them. And I think she makes a lot of different designs, but several of them are fruit. And actually the ones that I have purchased, the ones I'm wearing today, which I'll show you if you can see, are little avocados. So there's the avocado on that side that has the pit, and then the avocado on this side without the pit. So, yeah. But they're just tiny. And she does little wedges of watermelons, little cherries. So I'll show you a little bit closer so you can see that. I don't know if that's, there you go. Isn't that so cute?
Very cute.
Just these tiny little avocados. But hers, so that's another Etsy one. And that is, the shop is called Brlogarka. I want to say they're from Estonia or something like that, but it's Brlogarka. So those are kind of fun. And then this is one that I got probably about 6 months ago. I was looking for a new work bag, and I came across this website called EcoSusi. So it's EcoSusi, and it's all vegan bags, vegan leather bags. So briefcases and backpacks and handbags and things like that. So this is the one that I got. It's like a little briefcase, but they're all vegan leather. Isn't that cute?
Wow. You don't have to do this now, but if you would type up these resources, because guys, she's not an affiliate for any of these. These are just her personal favorites. We could add them as clickable links to the show notes.
Yeah, absolutely. I'd be happy to do that. So, but super cute. And what I really like about this one, I haven't done this yet, but it's got these little hooks on the bottom where if you change the strap, it can become a backpack. So you kind of hold it on your back like that. But I mean, how great that it's vegan leather, and then it, holds quite a bit in there. So that's one of the things that I got most recently that I really like, and actually really affordable. It's not super expensive. I think it was less than $100 if I remember right.
It's very cute.
Yeah, and they have other colors of this one. This is like their briefcase. I know I almost got the one that was pink. It had like a dark pink and a light pink as the colors. This one's more of like the mustard and black and like a cream color.
Did you ever wonder where leather came from? I mean, like when did we start using animals as clothing? Probably forever, right?
Probably forever. I mean, it's, byproduct of, unfortunately, killing an animal and eating it and then saying, oh, what should we do with this?
Yeah.
So, but it's nice that we live in a time now where we have the options. I mean, so AJ, you're probably similar to me, where even though I haven't been vegan as long as you, I started the process of going vegetarian when I was a teenager. So it's been a long time that I've been, kind of aware of this. But seeing this shift where I used to not be able to find shoes and bags and, makeup and things like that. And now there's a ton of stuff out there. So it's really nice to be able to shop and find a cute bag that's not that expensive, that's made of vegan leather. It didn't used to be that way.
What's interesting, Dr. Davis, is, sometimes you'll go to stores and, sometimes boots, at least in the past, have been very hard to find, beautiful boots non-leather. I have several pairs now, but like you'd see these really beautiful boots and they're made out of like, I guess, cows or whatever. And like, they'll specifically say, don't get them wet. And I'm thinking, the cow gets wet, I never understood that. Like, how is this made of the cow's skin, and yet the cow gets wet, but now we can't get it wet? I never understood that.
Right. It seems like it has something to do with just when it's attached to the cow.
Yeah, it should be. So, it should stay attached to the cow.
let's keep it attached to the cow where it should be.
Exactly.
So speaking of shoes, I have several shoes that I wanted to show, because that's one of the things so not only do I look for vegan shoes for my family, so myself, my son, my husband, but also shoes that are more comfortable, that have like a more open toe base. So several years ago, I was having a lot of foot pain, And I went to go see the doctor. So I keep having this foot pain on the side of my toe. And he says, well, it's because of the shoes you're wearing. You're wearing heels and you're wearing shoes that are scrunching your toes. Human feet were not meant to be constricted like that. And I was like, that makes so much sense. So threw away all my heels and started wearing more shoes that are more open toed and more like, barefoot now is what they kind of call it, to let your shoes or let your feet kind of be in the position that they should be. And my foot pain went away. I mean, I was ready to get surgery. It was getting so painful. And now I have no problems at all. So I try to find shoes that are, like I said, both vegan and then also kind of support that more barefoot feel. So the two companies that I tend to go to, actually three. I've got three different kinds. So the first one is called Vivo Barefoot, VIVO. And let's see, their website is vivobarefoot.com. And I've got several to show. So I'll show you my son's shoes that I just recently got. So these are kind of some winter boots. Pretty simple, but if you notice the toe, it's nice and open. It's not like this narrow toe. So his feet can move around as nature intended. But those are great. I also got him some regular shoes that he can wear. But yeah, so super cute. But that's kind of the little thing on the side for Vivo. And then these are mine. I wear these all the time. So they're obviously a little bit used, but people all the time comment on them like, oh, I love those shoes. But, again, it's, giving your toe enough space to move around, super comfortable, and the nice thing with these shoes is they're like really bendy, right? So I think they show that on their website that they're just, it's meant to just be something that kind of helps keep your feet from getting cut from a piece of metal or glass on the ground. But otherwise, your feet should be doing the work. So there's no padding or anything like that in here. And some people, if you are used to wearing shoes that are very supportive, it can be a little bit painful at first because your muscles are starting to, there are muscles in your feet that aren't really getting used as much when you have too much support in your shoes. So with these it's just your foot that is supporting. It's a really nice place to get to if you can get your feet to really do the work and not be reliant on shoes. And then these are another one. I don't think they sell these anymore. And these are my favorite. So these are like my winter, they're really thin, but they're like winter boots that are from Vivo as well. So that's literally all they are. So again,
There are a
super
famous
bendy.
population of people or runners that run, as if the Tarahumara Indians, somebody that runs miles and miles but wears no shoes.
Yeah. I think there's a book on, it's called like Born to Run that is talks about that. But yeah, these are some of my favorite. I don't think they have these anymore, but anyway, this is Vivo. So I really enjoy that company. And you have to be careful though, because I think Vivo, not all of their shoes are vegan. So you do have to do like a filter and make sure you're finding vegan shoes. So then the next pair of shoes that I will show you is a company called Xero, and it's Xero, and their website is xeroshoes.com with an X. And these are a couple that I wear a lot that are just super comfy. So just regular, like kind of hiking, running shoes. And again, nice and open toe. And these don't really have a ton of support in them either. Like it's really meant to be, you kind of walking barefoot with shoes on. This is just another one that was cute, the blue. Okay, and then one of my very favorites is a company where I bought a coat for winter, and they also have some cute shoes on there. Now their items change because they're always coming up with kind of new designs, but the shoes that I have been loving from them so it's called Save the Duck. Have you heard of Save the Duck?
No, but I love the name.
Oh, so it's great because they started out by basically coming out with warm coats that are not made from down or, feathers that have been plucked from birds. So instead they use like a vegan filling. And so that's where I initially had found out about Save the Duck was their coats. But then a couple of years ago, they came out with some winter boots. And so these are my winter boots that I wear. So there's their logo, Save the Duck. So it's this like orange one. So you might notice it now because it's getting more popular, even in people who aren't necessarily vegan, but care about not plucking feathers out of live birds. But anyways, so there's those. And then they have even the cute little kid ones. So got those for Augie. And then the coat that I got that I just love is, I'll put it on for you, but this is my winter coat. It's of course hot outside today, but so anyway, so there's the Save the Duck. It has a cute hood on it. And this one is long. So you can probably see it goes down pretty far.
Wow.
But
so
this is, I just love it. So Save the Duck, and that is savetheduckusa.com. But very, very warm. You know, I live in Salt Lake City, Utah, and I also lived in Montana for several years, and this coat kept me very nice and warm. So that's a really good one. Let's see, what else? Oh, okay, so we've gone through kind of the shoes and clothing. So how about we go through a little bit of stuff that I have in my bathroom? Well, first of all, let's do, so the supplement that I take, B12. So everybody who's vegan, and maybe even if you're not, should be taking a B12 supplement. This is the one that I take. So it's called Twin Lab B12 Dots. It's 500 micrograms. It's cyanocobalamin. It is chewable. So it's something that you can just let dissolve in your mouth, which helps you absorb more of the B12. And this one is available on Amazon. But this is when I have patients asking me, what B12 would you recommend? This is the one I take. So it's a vegan version, and it seems to kind of tick all the boxes that I'm looking for in a B12 supplement. Okay, and then one of the companies that I found that I really enjoy is one called Pacifica, and their website is pacificabeauty.com. So this is a detangler. And I use this for my son because his hair is long and it gets really, really tangled. So this is like a coconut milk detangler, works really well. So this company I really like. I found quite a few things from them. I think you can buy not only on their website, but I've seen these products sold at Whole Foods too. And the other stuff that I've gotten from them. So this is like a face lotion that I like. It's called Glow Baby. So that's one. And then this is like a overnight cream. Wake Up Beautiful. I should be better about using these things. I wouldn't say that I'm not really a big makeup person, so I don't really wear makeup all that much, like maybe some mascara. But when I do, like, these are kind of the things that I'll use. I should put this on every night. I don't. My skincare routine is eating plant foods for the most part. But when I want to put something on my skin to help with moisturizing, this is what I use. And then this is kind of like a tint, moisturizing tint.
Are you finding these from recommendations, or just how did you get so lucky to know which ones to order?
So honestly, it's just been kind of trial and error. So I will find something and I'll try it. And if I don't like it, so this is just one that I found that was vegan that I really enjoy. I really like this one is, so this is something that after I've put on lotion, then I'll put this over the top, and it's all-in-one bare skin tint, illuminating primer, shade matching technology. And it's just lovely. I just love how it covers, and it's really simple.
Hey,
it's not too much.
Bring it to Palm Springs and maybe I can try some of your products.
Yes, I will actually. This goes in my little bag. I've got my little makeup bag that it goes in. So I will bring it with me.
Yeah. Hey, here's a question from Rosetta. She wants to know, how do I know if my shoes are vegan? Usually I've noticed that when it's not leather, when it's leather, it usually says leather, but it'll say man-made material. And if it's man-made, it's not leather.
Right. So you have to look. So if you're buying online, you have to look at the specifications or what's in it. And it will tell you if there's leather, if there's man-made materials. So it's basically leather is a big one, and then suede would be another one that you find in shoes. A lot of companies now, though, I will find will actually say on their vegan, so vegan friendly. So sometimes when I'm looking on a website, I will filter out and look at vegan and it'll show up. Okay, here's another Pacifica one. So this is just a powder. I really like that one too. And this is, I use their mascara. I really like that. Stellar Gaze is what it's called. And I think it's Supernova is the color, black. Oh, and then here's a vegan care balm that's got like a little bit of a shimmer in it. So that's another one that I use from Pacifica. So that's basically what I found through that company. And then, okay, here's a really fun one. So this is a company that I discovered when I was living in Montana, because they're a Montana-based company out of Whitefish, Montana. And I was just in a tiny little shop and found these chapsticks. And I thought, oh, what a cute little chapstick. And it turns out it was vegan. It says right on there that it's a vegan chapstick. And basically what makes a chapstick not vegan is beeswax for the most part. So I loved that it was a local company in Montana where I was living at the time. And these lip balms, chapsticks are so much fun. There's so many different kinds, different flavors, if you want to call it that, or scents. But I'm going to show you. So, okay, so it's called Hurraw, and it's HURRAW, and their website is hurrawbalm, BALM.com. So here's one of theirs, and it's huckleberry because that's really popular in Montana where you can go huckleberry picking. This one is a grapefruit.
Ooh, huckleberries. These all seem to be like flavors of California balsamic vinegar.
Oh, really? Oh, that's right. Yeah. They've got a root beer flavor. This one is pineapple. I just go crazy because they're just so much fun. And this one is apple. And I'll tell you what oh my gosh, my eyes. I don't think I can tell you the ingredients. But it does say on there, it's got the little vegan logo on there, cruelty free. This one's banana. That's one of my favorites. Let's see what else. Orange. Oh, mint. Mint is a really nice one. And they come out with kind of some seasonal ones. So there's one in the winter that they call winter mint. And then the huckleberry is only available when huckleberries, I think, are in season. So they don't sell that all during the year. And then coconut, that's a really nice one. And, oh, I love this one too, the watermelon. So all of those, and they have a lot of other ones. And then the other things that I get from them are, so this is one that is Hurraw plant color. So I don't really wear a lot of lipstick, but this one's nice because it is kind of like just a lip balm with a little bit of color on it. So I just use a little bit and it just gives you a little extra color. And it's just colored, from plants. So you're not getting like any red 40 or anything in there.
Oh, that's neat.
And then this is the other thing that I discovered from them. So they're starting to come out with a few extra things besides just the lip balms, but this is a like a cheek tint. So in one of these little things. And so you basically just take that and put it on your cheek and it gives you just a little bit of shine. So I've got a little bit of that on today. So that's fun. But yeah, so that's Hurraw, HURRAW, and that's got to be one of my very favorite vegan companies. All right, what else? Oh, this is another face thing that I use. So Honest Beauty, it was started by Jessica Alba, and it's actually really affordable stuff that is animal friendly and vegan. I don't know if all of her products are, but this is one that I like, that it's vitamin C radiance serum. So that's another one that I really like that I'll use before I put on my lotion. Oh, this is one that I found out about from, so are you familiar with Apple? I think her last name is Bodemer. She's she's a dermatologist who's plant-based. And actually I think she spoke at the Plantrition conference last year.
Really? How come I haven't heard of her?
Yeah, Apple. I know you'd think that that's a pretty, unique name, but she was talking, one of the webinars that we did with her through Love Life. She was talking about eczema and dry skin, and she was giving kind of some natural options for dry skin. And this is one that I got. It's called Look No Eczema. So it's from 4 Elements. It's kind of spendy, but you need very, very little. So if you have, we don't have eczema in my family, but if you get a little bit of dry skin here and there, it's so thick and luxurious that you hardly have to use any, and it just works really well for little areas of dry skin. Let's see. So it says produced using herbs from our certified organic farm. So this comes directly from a company that actually grows the herbs and makes this, which I think is really cool. But it's just called a skin soothing cream. Look No Eczema. So that's a really great one if you have any issues with dry skin. Oh, this is one that I found recently that I use for underarm, and it's called Curie. So it's kind of like a spray that you can use under your arms. Full body deodorant spray is what it's called. And this one's the orange neroli, but I've really enjoyed that one too. Okay, I think that is pretty much the bathroom type stuff. Oh, and then one more thing. This is what I've been using for my son for sunblock sunscreen. So it's 2 Ps is what it's called. But it's a mineral based. So no chemical sunscreen, mineral sunscreen with zinc oxide. But I really like this one because it's not only mineral based, but also it's organic. So that's been a really nice one to find. Okay, so then I think that for the most part, the other things are just a few little food items. So there's so many things we could talk about with, vegan foods and things to have in your pantry, like Trader Joe's. I love their frozen rice packets that I'll keep in my freezer all time so that I can easily cook up brown rice. Costco has these big bags of frozen broccoli that I buy, and you get individual packets of frozen broccoli, you throw that in the microwave, you got steamed broccoli. So stuff like that's really, really simple. But I did want to just kind of show a few things that are from my pantry that are, vegan and kind of quick and easy things that I've really enjoyed that we use a lot at my house. So one of the things we use a lot of is these rice ramen noodles. And actually, I made a noodle soup on your show, AJ. Gosh, it's probably been 6 months or so now. My son asks for that noodle soup almost every night, even in the heat of the summer when we are just sweating bullets. He wants this hot soup, but it's really, really good. And this is what we put in it. So it's these rice noodles. And then I'll show you the broth that we use too, because that's kind of the key, is finding a delicious broth that works well. And then the nice thing is the noodles make it, right? It's that starch, makes it satisfying, keeps you full. But then I'm also adding in things like bok choy and mushrooms, and my son's getting all this healthy food in addition to feeling happy because he's getting his starch. And then so I've
seen those at Costco.
Yes, and that's where you should buy it because it's a big bag. So this bag has 12 of the little packs, the little noodle packs in there. And about 1.5 is what we normally use per person when we're having it. So it can go a long ways. And this was, I think, $9 for this. If you buy it at Whole Foods, they sell it in a pack of 4 for about the same amount. So you definitely need to buy it in bulk. Otherwise it's not affordable. But yeah, so I buy a bunch of these at Costco. And then here's the broth that I really love. So it's called savory choice vegetable broth, and it's pho, P-H-O, pho broth. So we do that with the noodles. We do baby bok choy, mushrooms. I cut up little pieces of seaweed and put it in there. We even do some leeks because I love leeks, and that's our soup. So it's really, really simple, but oh, and then we also do air fried tofu that we put in there as well. Okay, and then some of the other things that I was just going to say a couple of things that I use for snacks for my son for school. So one of the things that I really love, and this is something that I rely on too for my own snacks, and I hear this a lot from patients, that they want a snack that is crunchy, delicious, that isn't going to be filled with salt and oil. And so I really like apple chips. So it's really just the apple that's been dehydrated and they're crunchy. And I found a couple of different ones that I like. So this one's just from Trader Joe's. And then this one, you can buy a big box of these little, separate packages from Costco. But these are great to just throw into his lunch. And then it's also something that I'll bring with me if I need a quick snack. But this whole bag is 60 calories. Of course, you're talking about calorie density, and apple is going to get you fuller because it's got a lot of water in there and it's not dehydrated like this is. But if you want something quick and crunchy, this is actually a really good option.
Yeah. So
we do those a lot. And then I also do these kind of little packets. So again, this is a Trader Joe's one, but it's organic apple carrot fruit sauce crushers. It's just fruit. And then this one is Kirkland. So that one is, that would be Costco, but fruit and vegetable pouch. So we do those too, where I'll throw those in. Okay. And then one of the places that I will buy quite a few things from to just have in my pantry is PlantStrong. So PlantStrong Foods, they sell, and it's, plantstrong.com. So the things that I buy from them are cereals, granolas. They have a pizza kit. They have a new pancake mix. I really like the Rips Big Bowl. This one is banana walnut. And so sometimes if I'm just hungry and I don't really feel like making anything, I will have this with some oil-free oat milk and frozen wild blueberries over the top. And that's just like a really quick, easy breakfast or lunch. So I really like that one. And then I also like their granola. This is a all-American apple pie, I think is what it's called. Yep, granola. But it's nice because with PlantStrong, everything is not only whole food plant-based, but oil-free, which can be hard to find. So it's really nice that all of their products are that way.
And those you get online, right?
Yeah, you have to buy it on their website. I don't think, well, I feel like I have seen maybe a couple of things in the grocery store. No, well, yeah, I think they used to sell some things because it was under the Engine 2 brand, and then they changed to PlantStrong. So there might be some that you can find in person, but I just buy it, I just buy a bunch of stuff at once on their website. And then this is something that I have been enjoying so if you have a recipe, so for instance, this is one thing I did want to say. One of the apps that I really like for recipes is just the McDougall app. So Dr. McDougall has a $5 app that basically just takes all of his recipes, which are all available free online anyway, but it takes them all and puts them into one place. So it's really cheap, but it's really nice because you can favorite things. So I use that app all the time to just look up, okay, I want to make something with potatoes in it or sweet potatoes. And then you can search and look at the recipes. So I use that all the time. But there are going to be, because Dr. McDougall feels like, okay, definitely you want to stay away from oil, but doing a little bit of salt and sugar here and there to make this diet more sustainable for you is okay. And so some of his recipes will have sugar in them. And what I found is if I want to make something, but I don't want to use just cane sugar, using date sugar. So this is just dates that have been basically dried and ground up. And so it's nice because that's all that it is. It's not a refined sugar necessarily. It's just dates that have been put into little pieces. So this is what I would recommend, that if you're looking to add some sweetness to a recipe, but you don't want to use regular cane sugar, that this would be a good option. And I don't remember, I think I found that one in a local grocery store. Oh, I can't hear you. Oh, you're muted.
Sorry about that. No wonder you can't hear me. That was an accident. What I was going to say is I love Date Lady has the date syrup that I love to buy that's organic, and she sells it now at Walmart.
Oh, wow. So all Walmarts?
Well, I mean, all the Walmarts near me, I can't vouch for the whole world, but she does sell it on Amazon and Walmart now. I do have a discount code if people buy it on her website, but I just get it at Walmart now.
Oh, great. Yeah, that's great. I think that's, if I had to say like my favorite sweeteners, I think using dates seems like the best one. So whether that's date syrup or date sugar, I think that's a really good option. I'm trying to think if there's...
Dr. Davis, Barbara wants to know where you buy your vegetable broth.
Oh, yes. Okay. So the only place that I've been able to find this is just on Amazon, and it is kind of expensive. I recently found that you can buy it in a big bucket, which I'm really kind of tempted to do. I just got to find a place to store it because it's a lot less expensive. But this little box comes with 4 packets. Each packet is really good for 1 person. And so if we use 3 of those, in each box, you can find them for about $4 per box. So it's about $1 per packet. So I guess it's not that bad, but anyway, so you can find this on Amazon. So it's Savory Choice.
Thank you.
Yeah, and just so you know, one packet is 25 calories. No oil.
Wow,
Totally vegan.
And the salt's not too bad, huh?
No, it's actually not. That's what I really like about this, because I find that some of these are just so salty that I don't enjoy them. I'm okay with getting a little bit of salt, but I don't want a lot. And this does not taste salty to me at all.
That's great.
So, yep. Okay, I think that's, well, okay, let me actually 2 more things. So if you are in Utah, one of my favorite things in Utah is a group called the Utah Animal Rights Coalition, so UARC, and they do where you can get a UARC card that gives you discounts at local vegan places around Utah. So I highly suggest that. They come out with a vegan guide. So this is their vegan guide. And I actually wrote a little article in the last one about how veganism is something good for your health. But that's only for people who are local to Utah. And then I did want to say, and I forgot, I did have another shoe that I wanted to show. So what I wear in the summertime are these sandals called Earth Runners. And I'm going to have to do a little bit because I'm wearing them. So there you go, my Earth Runners. But I love Earth Runners. They are, again, like a barefoot kind of shoe, very simple. I think they're really cute. And it is earthrunners.com. But I live in those in the summertime. So if you see me walking around Salt Lake City, that's what I'm going to be wearing. And then, okay, I had a list. I have a couple of other things here. So Farm Sanctuary. So I have some of their shirts that I'll wear sometimes. One of the things that I like about Farm Sanctuary is that they allow you to basically donate toward a turkey that they're taking care of for Thanksgiving. So we do that every year in my house, where we adopt a turkey for Thanksgiving. So I really like that, Farm Sanctuary, and that's just farmsanctuary.org. And I just got an email from them that they are starting what's called a youth leadership council for kids who are aged 13 to 18. And this is to help get kids excited about helping spread the message of plant-based and veganism, doing good things for the planet, for animals. So that's a really great place to go. And then Best Friends Animal Sanctuary is another one. So that's a Utah-based sanctuary. They also help take care of getting places for dogs and cats. So it's bestfriends.org. And they have a facility in Kanab, Utah, where I've actually stayed and been, but it's fabulous. They do such a good job with, but it's a vegan company. So that's a great one. And then Okay. And then the last thing is meal delivery services. So there are several meal delivery services and that are basically food that has been prepared fresh, put in a box and sent to you in a cold box. These are going to be kind of expensive, but what I tell my patients is if you are struggling to make this work with you cooking and you doing that, you're going to be spending money on your health anyway. You might as well spend money on food if that's going to make it easier for you to stick with it. So Mama Says is a good one. There's another one called Little Green Forks that I have not yet tried. And then the one that's a newer one called Whole Harvest. And I've really enjoyed that.
I got to say, Whole Harvest is going to be on the show. The actual chef is coming to my home.
Oh.
And the CEO on it's right after I get back from Plantation. So the next day, the 13th of September at 1 p.m. So, and I will tell you that I have tried Little Green Forks because I knew John Tanner for years and it's very good as well.
Oh, good. Yep. So all three of those are great. And I've been really enjoying, especially Whole Harvest recently, just it's newer, but I've really enjoyed everything that I've tried there. So if you're needing some help, those are some good ones where it's literally, they just send it to you, you put it in the fridge and you heat it up or just eat it cold. So it's really no work at all. And then I did want to just say really quickly, the two books that I usually will recommend to my patients who are kind of new to this way of eating, to eating vegan or plant-based, The Starch Solution, Dr. John McDougall, and then The Pleasure Trap with Dr. Goldhammer and Dr. Lyle. So those are the two books that I feel like kind of The Starch Solution tells you about, why it makes sense that we are starch eaters, plant eaters, why this is the human diet as it should be. And it really simplifies it and makes it really easy to understand why this makes sense and how to make this something that is sustainable for you. And then this one is really good because it kind of tells you why it's hard to do. Why is it hard to give up sugar and salt and oil, and how to go about that, just knowing as a human why you have certain instincts and how to, once you know that, once you have the knowledge behind that, being able to be successful. So those are the two that I will always recommend to people. And that's kind of what I have today. Now there are a bunch of other things I'm sure I could find that I've found that are vegan things that I like, but that's just kind of a little snippet of some of the things that I have enjoyed that are vegan and plant-based friendly.
Well, that's very cool. I just went on Amazon to look for the pho or the faux. I can't, maybe if you do have time, I know you have to do your son's game, but maybe have a list of the links of the things you mentioned. It just would make it a little bit easier.
Absolutely. And I already have a pretty good list put together with the links. So I will make sure that I add that Amazon link for the savory choice, because we've bought this recently. So I know that it's on there. So we'll just have to find it. But yeah, I'd be happy to send that to you.
This was a lot of fun, Dr. Davis.
Yeah, a little something different.
Yeah. I just realized you're the first Friday of the month and Dr. Colin Zhu is the first Saturday of the month. He's on tomorrow and you're both doctors with plant-based telehealth. And I'm going to be having on Dr. Kim Scheuer and Anthony. So if if this is the first time people are seeing you, maybe we should have started with that, what you do for them.
Yeah. So, and it was plant-based telehealth. Now we got acquired. So now we're Love.
That's right.
Life
Sorry about
telehealth.
that. I keep forgetting.
That's okay.
Love Life. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, so it's love.life/telehealth. And we have lots of doctors that cover all 50 states and DC. So if you're looking for a lifestyle medicine doctor, plant-based, plant-forward, someone to support you in your journey of having a healthy lifestyle. And if you are looking for somebody who's just supportive of this way of eating, then, all the doctors are fabulous and great people to work with. So, and it's all telehealth. So it's very nice and very convenient. You just do it from your house, or I have a lot of people calling me from their car. They step out from work and meet with me. So it's really something that is available to anyone.
Right. Here's a question, if you don't mind answering from V.
Yeah.
What toothpaste do you use?
Oh, okay. What is it called? It's, I should have grabbed that one.
You have time to get
something.
it?
No, I'm not at my house. I'm in my office right now, but it's like it's see something, SEA. I'm going to have to find that one. I'll add that one to the list. I'll make myself a note so you can kind of take a look back. I'm assuming that you'll add that list to your show notes so that people can come back and look.
Absolutely. Well, thank
Okay.
you. I really appreciate that, Dr. Davis.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Thank you so much. And we'll see you in October. Maybe you'll do something
Yes.
for Halloween.
Yeah, that would be fun. We'll do something for Halloween, and I'm looking forward to seeing you in person next week.
I can't wait, Dr. Davis. And thank you for coming on. And thanks all of you for watching another episode of Chef AJ Live. Please come back tomorrow at 9 a.m. Pacific time for another one of the Love Life Telehealth doctors, Dr. Colin Zhu, for the Culinary Medicine Show. And tomorrow he's going to be talking about a topic that we talk about a lot: